Hello, Aries. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading, focused on the second half of September from the 16th through the 30th. General reading as always. Please keep that in mind throughout this reading. Release what doesn't make sense for you. So let's dive right into this, taking a look at some current energies for your connection and how it's ultimately affecting your life at this point in time. I'm going to be using What's the Scoop by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. All right, Aries, here we go. Current energies for you. Let's take a look. Current energies. We've got red flags that you might be dealing with right now, but there's this transformation, so that's good. Whatever this represents, hopefully you're transitioning and transforming out of that so that you have either already dealt with it or you're in the process of dealing with that. We'll have to clarify, of course, with tarot what that is referring to. Let's add to that. Not seeing eye to eye, that could be a part of the problem. That could be a part of the red flags. Some of you guys could already be married. Okay, so your marriage might be going through some challenges right now. Or if you are interested in someone long-term by way of long-term commitment and marriage, perhaps if you guys are not on the same page, that in and of itself could be a red flag also. Let's grab one more card for Aries. Always on their phone. All right, so if they're always on their phone, if this is something that you have noticed about this individual, if they're always on their phone but they're with you, then that could be an issue as well. That could be a red flag. They could be talking to other people, so we'll have to see what that is referring to. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. I'm going to start with my Illuminated Star tarot deck, which I'm actually very excited because I'm working on a volume 2 of this particular deck. And volume 2 in the sense that it's basically the same deck, but this particular one, it's only got keywords representing basically the upright. So the volume 2 version would include upright and reverse meanings. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll be introducing that probably in a couple of weeks when I get my own copy. So stay tuned for that if that's something you're interested in. Okay, Aries, so here we go. Continuing to take a look at the current energies. All right, so we've got 3 of Pentacles representing teamwork and collaboration, and then we've got the 4 of Cups here. Boredom, disconnectedness, missed opportunities. So it's right next to red flags. If this person isn't a part of your team, they could be a part of someone else's team. You know what I mean? If you guys are not on the same page, if you're not seeing eye to eye, that in and of itself could be a part of the current energies and why it might be a situation that needs to be addressed. Especially if they're always on the phone, as it says, talking to other people, engaged with other people instead of you. Part of the reason why that might be happening, as this card states, they're bored, they're not finding the excitement in the partnership. Look at this, we've got the Knight of Wands followed by the 2 of Swords. So you guys are definitely not on the same page. You're not seeing eye to eye, as it says, which is why you guys are stuck. So perhaps, Aries, you feel that you see your person as marriage material. You want to build a life with them. You feel that you have found the one, but it's at a stalemate. You guys are stuck because maybe they don't feel the same way. You've got the Knight of Wands right here. Passionate, fearlessness, adventurous. I'm getting this too for some of my cross watchers. So if you happen to be Divine Feminine as a cross watcher, watching for a masculine who is an Aries, that could represent the Knight of Wands here. So the Knight of Wands is somebody who's not looking for commitment. They can be a bit of a player sometimes. So that's just something to keep in mind. If this is what it is that you're dealing with that 9 of Swords, this is insomnia, nightmares, feeling hopeless. So maybe you're losing sleep over this. Maybe you're stressed out that they might be talking to other people. Maybe you're even thinking of leaving it behind and walking away. Okay, so if that's what you've been focused on because of these red flags that you're picking up off of, I mean, this to me is definitely presenting itself with some issues, and that needs to be worked through. You guys need to be able to talk through this if that's something that you guys are interested in doing. Otherwise, you guys are at a stalemate and there's not a whole lot of movement here. Interesting. And then the next card after that is the Chariot, which represents the movement. Okay, triumphant outcome, overcoming challenges. But what I'm getting here for you, Aries, is you might have to detach and walk away if they're not putting forward enough effort in the partnership, if you feel there could be infidelities here, if they're spending their time with other people, if they're not wanting commitment, but that's what it is that you're looking for, and you guys are just on very different pages. So this movement for me indicates something that you need to do for yourself if you're not getting any sort of action from this person. You know, if they're unable to make a decision one way or the other, what it is that they're wanting between the two of you. Because part of that red flag energy too could be that you're choosing to ignore it, or you're just afraid to face it because a part of the reality is they don't want to get married, or they don't want to commit to this partnership, that they just want to be able to be out there exploring and see what else is out there by way of other connections. So we'll have to dig a little bit deeper to see what that is referring to, but that's what's coming through currently when it comes to this partnership. All right, so let's go ahead and continue and see what else needs to come forward here. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at what it is that they want in this relationship. So I'm going to be using the Journey of Love and Journey of Love 2 decks. I have combined both of them to create this larger deck, and this is by Bridget of Divine Essentials. So what do they want in this relationship? If they are not wanting commitment, this could also be indicative of what it is that you want. It could go either way. Let's take a look. So what do they want? What do you want? Intimidated. Okay, I'm so nervous around you. Now, part of this nervous energy for your person, Aries, could be if they are, for example, if there really is infidelity going on, if they're talking to other people and maybe you walk into the room and they're on their phone talking to someone else and they're not wanting you to find out. That could be a part of the problem, part of the red flag energy here. I regret letting you go, moving on. So here's the thing too, for some of you. If your person ended up letting you go, moving on, perhaps to another relationship, thinking the whole grass was greener on the other side, and maybe it ended up not being the case. So for some of you guys, I kind of feel for your person that they've got some regrets over their actions, especially of what came through from the first batch of cards. If all this represents past energies, that they were bored, that they could have been talking to other people, they weren't interested in commitment, they created red flags, you know, you guys were not on the same page, you weren't seeing eye to eye, constantly interacting with other people. And if they did choose to move on, they're coming through here letting you know they regret it. We've got secrets here. The truth is, I love you. So there's a couple of interpretations here, because of course when we keep secrets from our partner, sometimes that's putting forward that very deceptive type interaction between two people. They're not coming forward telling you what's going on and maybe leaving you in the dark. But in this instance, the secret that they're keeping from you and that they're not opening themselves up to tell you is that they still love you. Maybe they're embarrassed to admit that at this point because of how things might have played out or how things are currently between the two of you. Let's grab one more message here. One more card. Okay, 2. We do have Twin Flame coming in. You are my other half. And this is shocking. I'm amazed by your beauty. Okay, so there is something about you, Aries, that they find to be very alluring, very attractive. They find you to be a beautiful person, not just on the outside, but the inside as well. For some of you guys, And obviously take it if you feel this, that you feel this person is a twin flame connection for you. You feel that very strong pull towards them. It could be a twin flame, a soul connection in that way. So let's go ahead and clarify and see what else needs to come through here. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my tarot teacher deck here. So it does seem that they've got some regrets. They still love you. Even if they did move on to other people, I feel, because if you guys are in this twin flame connection, on this twin flame journey, they still feel drawn to you. It's a very strong connection. And you basically represent the other half of their soul. You know, you are their true energetic counterpart. So, of course, they would still be feeling your energy. They don't have to actually be with you to feel that energy. All right, so what's up? 7 of Wands, and then we've got the Knight of Swords coming up here. So maybe right now, Aries, you are just feeling really defensive and on high alert when it comes to this person. Just protecting your heart space. You don't want to get hurt, you know? And then we've got the Knight of Swords right here. Some of you guys could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. So the Knight of Swords is somebody who, again, is not wanting to commit. They're looking for intellectual stimulation in their conversations and their connections. And maybe that is why they were talking to other people, because they were actually getting that from someone else, perhaps. You know, always on their phone, but not really attentive when they're with you. They're constantly on their phone. You know, they might not even be interacting with you, even though you guys might be sitting right next to each other. And they've got regrets about that. Let's see what else. For Aries, what else, please? We do have the Judgment card, okay? So your person might go through this awakening that the Judgment card is offering them, because they perhaps have had time to really assess the past, how they were with you. So if those red flags stem as far back as the past for you and your person, and it's still currently coming through as a current energy, then this is your person perhaps really taking a look at that and figuring out, it's like, why did I do that? You know, maybe they've got regrets over why they did certain things, and they're clearly keeping it a secret that they still care for you and love you. This is a situation that can come back, you know. The way I see Judgment, the Judgment card, it's like a wake-up call. It's like an alarm clock for your person. And it's just going to keep getting louder until they pay attention to it. That's that red flag, right? And so they might contact you. They want to be able to make amends. They want to be able to ask for forgiveness. This does represent a transition. We already have the transformation card that came through here. So there are definitely some changes that are happening here in this situation. They're wanting that new beginning, okay? And they also recognize, even though they're nervous right now, if they want to be able to make this happen and move forward to create that movement, because right now there isn't any movement, things are stuck. And remember, you ended up getting the Chariot, creating movement, or at least the desire to move forward. They know that they're going to have to take some risks in order to make all of that happen. Yep. 4 of Cups. Okay. So going back to what already came through, 4 of Cups earlier, the disconnection has a lot to do with boredom. They were looking for something outside of the connection that they might have already had. And that's where this 5 of Wands comes in, because it is rivalry. It is competition, other people that they allowed into this whole equation that simply created more chaos. This could have resulted in arguments and a lot of tension between the two of you. What they're looking for here, Aries, is to be able to bring things back into balance. So I feel your person could finally have the clarity that has been lacking, to be able to balance the scales between the two of you, facing the truth of really what it is that they're feeling. And we clearly see that here. The truth is, I love you. And here we are again. Look at that. We've got the Chariot coming up again. For some of you guys, your person could be Libra, could be Cancer. They want that movement. They know that things have to move between the two of you, because if they don't create that movement, things are going to get stagnant and stale to the point where you finally decide for yourself, it's like, well, they're not doing anything to be able to bring us back together or to fix this, so I'm moving on. Okay? So let's see what else. Let's take a look and see what they feel when it comes to you. What are their feelings? So let's grab some insight when it comes to that. Hold on one second. I got to make more room on my desk here. There we go. All right. So what do they feel about you? I'm going to start with this deck by Fire Witch Tarot. This is the Divine Love and Separation deck. All right. So let's grab some dialogue. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries for this love and life reading. Second half of September. All right, first card. I have to admit, sleeping alone sucks. So if there were third parties, if they were cheating on you, if they were talking to other people, I have a feeling all of that has either stopped or they're no longer interested in it because they're alone. So what it was that they were going after ended up falling apart, or it just fizzled into nothing. Look at this. Looking at your photos gives me comfort. So they could have photos of you or of the two of you together, and they reminisce, they think about you. They know that you guys have unfinished business to take care of. Okay, so let's add a few more dialogue messages from this deck now. This is the Soul Whispers deck, also by Bridget of Divine Essentials. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries for this love and life reading. I love this deck because the images, if you end up choosing the right cards, the roses actually form one giant rose. I love it. So let's see if that presents itself here. So what do they feel about you? Let's see what else. Yeah, see that? I love you. They really want you to know this. We've already seen that through the cards, that's the secret that they are keeping from you, okay? The truth is, I love you, and they're saying it again right here. That's pretty powerful stuff, especially if they're not forthcoming with that information. They're keeping it to themselves right now. Look at this. We have the rose. Look at this. I want to make love to you. Look at that. It forms one giant rose. I love it. They miss those intimate moments with you, and this clarifies it. Look at that. I miss your body. They love you. They miss the intimate moments. They just miss having you in their life. Plain and simple. Okay, so let's add to that. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Tabby Tarot Teacher here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries for this love and life reading. Second half of September. The Page of Swords. All right, so this is a very curious person here that you're focused on, Aries. They really want to know what's up with you. They're very restless right now. This could indicate delayed news that's coming your way. Could also indicate new communication from this person. They hate that you guys are in separation. They don't like the fact that they are sleeping alone. They miss you. They miss making love to you. They miss your body. Clearly it's coming through here that they still love you. And then we've got the Ace of Wands followed by the Fool. Look at these cards. The Two of Cups and the Three of Wands. Amazing. New beginnings, new opportunities. They want to be able to grow this partnership. And again, they know that they're going to have to take that leap of faith. They're going to have to take a risk in order to make this happen. Okay, it's not going to happen all on its own. And that is why we've got the Fool card coming through twice already in this reading, you know. And then we've got the Two of Cups right here, which is all about unity, the love that they still have for you. They want to be your life partner. They still feel that you guys are very compatible together. They could see you either as a twin flame or even a soulmate. Okay, they want to be able to bring things back into balance between the two of you. This could still be a love story that can find its way back to have you guys revive the partnership and find happiness once again. And then we've got the Three of Wands here. They don't want to be stuck in the past anymore. They don't want to focus on what ultimately might have broken you guys up or whatever might have happened. They're ready to really focus on moving things forward, thinking of the future and wanting you to be a part of that future. They know that they messed up. They know that they didn't make the best decisions before or make the best choices when it came to this love connection. But they really want to work on that. They want to get to the point in their life and in their heart and be at peace with it, where they're happy with those choices, especially when it comes to you. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some future energies here, Aries, when it comes to this connection. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Golden Dahlia. This is the Destined Oracle. This is by La Belle Anima 13. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries, for this love and life reading, second half of September. Can you guys believe we're already in September this year? I mean, it just seems that the older we get, time just flies. When we're younger, it's like it just crawls, right? Or at least that's how I feel. Okay, so future energies for this partnership. Yeah, look, guys. They want union with you. Some of you guys, too, could have connected in a past life memories. Feeling nostalgic about those memories. That kind of reminds me of the same type of energy as the Six of Cups. Wanting reunion, thinking about those past times that you guys have shared. So maybe in a past life you guys were in union and they're remembering that, but in this lifetime they want to be able to recommit to you and want union. But right now, they're feeling super anxious about that because they're not quite sure you are on the same page, that you guys might still not be seeing eye to eye. They want this new chapter with you. They're not ready to give up on this, okay? And then we've got rebirth coming through right there. And then we've got clarity. All right, so all of these messages are actually really nice and how that's coming through. Okay, but they want union with you. That we do see here. They definitely have had clarity, which we have seen. Let me just grab that, if I'm not mistaken. Where is that card? Yeah, with the Justice card, it's about the truth, clarity. Okay, so that's what they're wanting to bring forward here. So let's go ahead and clarify that. I'm going to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, Tarot with a Twist. If you are new to my channel, this is a deck that I created especially for advanced beginners interested in wanting to learn how to read tarot. So the majority of the cards, it's got upright and reversed meanings. And the twist here is that it includes new Oracle messages as well as new court cards exclusive to this deck. So let's take a look and see future energies, what else you need to know here. So what is coming through is your person is feeling very anxious because they're not sure you guys are going to come back together. So if you're not on the same page as this person, that's what's tripping them out. And also, you know, if you guys had a tower moment before, that's still affecting them today, and it will continue to affect them in the future until you guys ultimately are able to either talk about this, find closure, move forward together. Nine of Swords. Okay, so they're definitely feeling very anxious, allowing their fears to get in the way of all this. We've already seen that card come through before. They're not getting a whole lot of sleep here. You know, they're perhaps losing hope that you guys can make this work. But if you're feeling a little bit optimistic, Aries, that despite the history that you guys have shared, that this is something that you guys can work through, and perhaps that is why we've got this Ace of Swords, another card tapped into clarity and breakthrough in this partnership. Okay, the need to be honest with one another. Cutting things, people out of the equation, especially if there were third parties or love triangles, infidelity, all of the red flags, whatever that might represent. It's time to cut all of those things out so that you guys can have a successful future together. But you are being offered a new beginning. It's up to you if you take it. And then we've got the Emerald of Water. This is one of the oracle messages from this deck. It's time to go with the flow of where life and love want to take you. Being rigid and closed-minded prevents you from growing and finding the many blessings that are meant for you. Remove stagnancy, stubbornness, and stalemate type situations from your journey. Exactly. And we do see that there is that stalemate vibe right from the very beginning. Love yourself enough to see that you are a gem with so much to offer to the world and to the one who is meant for you. Okay? And they, I feel, did not recognize the value that you brought to the relationship before, which is why they were talking to other people. And again, there could have been infidelities here. They just didn't see it. Maybe you did, but they did not. We do have the Page of Cups right here, okay? So Page of Cups could represent a very sensitive lover. And again, the whole aspect of being very curious whether or not you would welcome in this new chapter. They're just looking at all of the possibilities of what could be. Because part of those possibilities could be marriage. A life together. You know? So I feel the breakup, it's still affecting them. It's definitely still affecting them. Especially if you ended up leaving this person out in the cold and detached from this connection because of what happened in the past. But things can still turn around. You've got the Wheel of Fortune right here. And again, it's totally up to you, Aries, if you allow them back in. I have a feeling the ball is in your court here, whether you allow that to happen or not. But it's right next to rebirth, so it can come back to life, you know? But in order to come back to life, it has to go through a transformation. And that's something that we saw right from the very beginning. All right, so let's move on. Taking a look at some advice from your spirit guides here. All right, here we go. So I'm going to pull from the Signs from Spirit Love Oracle by Mystic Moon. Advice from your spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. We have circles. Yeah, there are definitely cycles that need to complete. And also, if part of your history with this person, if you guys were just going around in circles and you weren't getting anywhere, that might ultimately be why there's a stalemate, why you guys are stuck in that never-ending circle of drama and dealing with red flags or ignoring those red flags. We do have cards, fate, okay? This is a part of your destiny, connecting with this person. You guys were fated to connect in this lifetime. Look at this. We have knife and sever. So we've already seen that in this reading. It's time to detach. It's time to cut things and people out of one's life that's no longer serving a purpose. And I have a feeling here, this is addressing what it is that your person needs to do in order to come towards you with the best of intentions. They cannot be bringing any more drama your way. We've got flame, eternity. So you guys still have the potential to spend eternity together. Okay? The flame is still burning. The desire is still here. Clearly the love, for sure, is still here. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot from the Sacred Secrets of the Heart Tarot. This is by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. Look at this, guys. Ace of Wands. That came through already. So definitely a new beginning is possible. A new cycle of change. New creation, as it says. I love this. We've got the Ace of Swords, and then we've got the Six of Cups. And I did reference that earlier already, due to the past life connection and feeling nostalgic and those memories that you guys have shared before. So there's definitely this opportunity for a new beginning here. And again, it's about clarity, being able to see things clearly this time, to do better, you know, and really walking away from third-party elements. That's what this sever reference is all about. And that's what it says in this particular deck, okay? Third party. That cannot be a part of your future. We've got the Queen of Swords. So my Divine Feminines, you're coming in as this Queen of Swords. You're self-sufficient. You can stand on your own 2 feet. You are not going to be putting up with any nonsense from your masculine. If they have that knife, you've got your sword. So if they don't actually use it and cut things and people out of their life, you can use your sword and cut them out of your life. Cut out all the drama. And I feel at this point, they know this. They're not going to want to bring more of that towards you. That's what's presenting itself here. All right, let's wrap it up here, guys, with some musical messages. I'm going to pull from my Heart Songs deck here. So let's grab some songs. If you're not familiar with the songs, see if you resonate with the lyrics. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. Until Your Love Comes Back Around by RTZ. I can't get my feet back on the ground, and the things won't ever be the same. I hope you're thinking about me, baby, though I don't wish you any pain. But if you miss me like I miss you, darling, you must be living in the rain. Okay? So basically, life as they know it, it's changed. You know, it just hasn't been the same without you in their life. And they're looking forward to the day, hopefully, when your love really does come back around for them. Let's see what else. Love Bites by Def Leppard. I don't want to touch you too much, baby, because making love to you might drive me crazy. I know you think that love is the way you make it, so I don't want to be there when you decide to break it. This could even be you saying this. You know, you didn't want to get used to being with this person, certainly intimately, especially if they were spending other intimate moments with third-party situations, and if there were infidelities in the partnership. Let's grab one more song. One more song for the collective for Aries. Okay, 2. Everything I Do It For You by Bryan Adams. Beautiful song. And we have Back at 1 by Brian McKnight. Look into my eyes, you will see what you mean to me. Search your heart, search your soul, and when you find me there, you'll search no more. Okay? And perhaps this is coming through, especially for, I feel it for my feminines, if you have moved on and or are single right now, possibly looking for love elsewhere. Your masculine is wanting you to know. It's like, please look into your heart, look into your soul and what we meant to each other, because you're going to find me in there and the love that I have for you. That's what I'm getting from that. And then we've got Back at 1. It's undeniable that we should be together. It's unbelievable how I used to say that I'd fall never. The basis is need to know. If you don't know just how I feel, then let me show you now that I'm for real. If all things in time, time will reveal. So in time, They will be able to express their love to you, which we clearly see in this reading. There's so much of it to give to you. If you're willing to forgive, if you're able to open up your heart and give this person another chance, perhaps there's still the opportunity to find happiness here, Aries. Okay, and again, the decision is up to you. So that is where I'm going to leave this reading. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.